The market is currently pretty rough out there, and when things get ugly, it's very easy to switch off and just completely ignore your portfolio. Nobody wants to see their portfolio shrinking. We have all been there, I have been there, but this is one of the biggest mistakes that you can possibly make. And in today's video, I'm going to show exactly how my portfolio is currently divided across different coins in Q4 of 2025. But I'm not just going to explain what I'm holding, I'm also going to explain the strategy and the reasons why behind each coin. So if you do find this video helpful, please don't forget to drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more content like this to navigate your way through these tough times. So let's not beat around the bush. You will very quickly see that the majority of my holdings are set in blue chip crypto plays, and they always have been to an extent. I have moments where I will be more risk adverse with the likes of meme coins or Lowcap Gems, but that is based on market conditions. And as my portfolio has grown over the years, I have just seen less reason to take more risk. So I'll always ensure that these gambles, these speculative plays are always only with a small percent of my portfolio. And the main reason why the majority of my portfolio is in these blue chip plays, these boring crypto plays, is playing out right now in real time. The reason is survival. And that definitely reflects in the biggest position of my portfolio, because although some people will see it as boring, it is Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently makes up 35% of my overall portfolio. It is the core foundation of the whole thing. And although Bitcoin has recently dropped off, it is still the #1 asset in the crypto space and will continue to be so for a very long time. It's where the institutions and the governments are pouring their money right now when it comes to crypto exposure, and there is clearly a good reason for that. Next up, the second largest position probably again comes as no surprise, but it is Ethereum. Now recently Ethereum broke down from a key level of support at around 4k, and it did become resistance because we couldn't get back above this level. However, it is still 30% of my portfolio, and I do believe that the fundamentals have never been stronger. We've got the Fusaka upgrade scheduled for later this month, which is expected to increase the data capacity by around 8x. And again, just like Bitcoin, the institutional adoption is very clear, with the ETFs absolutely exploding. Inflows are looking so solid, which reinforces the fact that big money see the long-term potential here. And you'll probably see the odd headline here and there that a big corporation or institution or government has added to their Ethereum holdings, so it's very important for me to just see the bigger picture right now and ignore the short-term noise. Guys, today I want to share with you a solution that gives daily profits in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and many of your other favorite cryptocurrencies. This team has been delivering some of the most consistent APYs over the last few years, regardless of market conditions. And they hold a $7 billion insurance reserve to protect users' assets. I recently gave them a try for myself, and now they have become my partners. Nomy boasts some big numbers with over 6 years of experience and 1.5 million users across 200 jurisdictions. They also offer yield on over 800 different assets and have paid out over $90 million in interest to users. Nomy offer 3 main earning products that help users find the right solution for them that fits their portfolio and risk appetite, such as staking, launch pool, and margin trading. You will be able to stake with flexible or fixed terms and earn daily profits in the same currency as your initial deposit. Allocate to the launch pool in association with Nomy Ventures for an average term of 5 to 6 months, with the potential of higher returns estimated at 5 to 10x and profits being paid out in stable coins. Or utilize the margin trading program, where Nomy's trading team manages positions for their premium users in the aim of achieving even higher yields and returns. However, that's not all. Nomy is currently running a major giveaway until New Year with a $500,000 prize pool, including an Audi SQ6, Apple Vision Pros, MacBooks, iPhones, and much more. To get involved, activate your account today and deposit into any of the previously mentioned earning products. It's also worth mentioning that new users will receive a welcome box after their first deposit that will allow users to unlock up to $10,000 in crypto rewards. months. The link to check out Nomy is down below in the description. Please do your own research before making any financial decisions, as this is not financial advice. So far, we have seen 2 positions make up almost 2/3 of the entire portfolio. It's very boring to say the least, but the third position again comes as no surprise. It is Solana at 15%. Now, Solana is currently ranked number 6 in the entire crypto ecosystem, but one thing that people are picking up on is the recent rise of institutional involvement. We've seen over $400 million in ETF inflows, and again, I just think this sets the bigger picture to what's really going on here. And we're also starting to see many more real projects building on the Solana blockchain, growing into their ecosystem, showing that Solana is more than just meme coins. So 80% of the portfolio is now done and dusted, and we are moving on to the 4th and final major player in the portfolio that I hold right now. I currently have 7% of my portfolio allocated to Chainlink. Now, it may not be the most flashy, trendy or hyped up coin right now, but I do believe as this market matures, there is going to be a need for reliable, real world, on-chain data that is going to be absolutely critical to the industry moving forward. And for me, it's very clear to see that Chainlink is the leader in the Oracle narrative. And recent partnerships with big companies around the world make it very clear to me that the fundamentals have never been stronger. So just to recap here, 87% of my portfolio is split across 4 coins that are all ranked from 1 to 20 in market cap. And to make it very clear, this is not an accident. This is a risk management plan that I have executed throughout this year to ensure that I have covered my own back. I have put a big focus with my portfolio on the coins that institutions are paying attention to, because right now in the altcoin game, it is way too saturated, and although there will be a handful of winners, it isn't like the olden days where everything will just pump together and everybody makes money. So the risk reward to bet on the right altcoins, the ones that will run, is very, very low right now. It's very difficult to find those exact winners, regardless of hype, marketing, fundamentals, they can't all win. But with that said, I do still want some exposure to these higher growth narratives, and that's where the next 8% of my portfolio comes in. First up is BitTensor or Tau at 4%, and this is my dedicated AI play. It's hard not to be bullish on the AI sector in general right now with where we currently are in the world. And with Tau's first ever halving coming up in around a month's time, it has seen some decent performance recently. So we have the AI exposure ticked off, and now I move on to my core DeFi play, which is Aave at 2%. Now this is only at 2% right now because the recent performance of Aave hasn't really helped it out, but I am still bullish on the DeFi sector. And it's also important to remember that Aave is still a dominant force in this narrative. It currently has a 24% market share of TVL. The upcoming V4 protocol upgrade is a huge deal, and the proposal for a $50 million token buyback could also help things out. And finally, we have my Lowcap Gem, the RWA play that I spoke about on the channel not so long ago. 2% of my portfolio is allocated to Mave Finance, and this is my one true low cap bet. This RWA project is aiming to democratize access to institutional grade investments. And a big reason why I still believe in this project fundamentally is because it is one of the only RWA projects out there that is fully EU licensed and regulated. But I am also a realist. I understand that this is a low cap play and there is more risk involved. If I lose 2% of my portfolio, then I'll be okay. I'll get through it. It's a calculated bet on a narrative that I am bullish on, but it's a bet that I can truly afford to lose. And that takes us into the final 5%, which again is pretty boring because it is in USDT. Having some exposure to stable coins isn't just a hedge if the market is to go down, it's also dry powder. So when things get get really bad, I do have some money, even though it's not a great deal to deploy. And some people may be wondering right now where a certain coin is that I've mentioned in the past, and that's why I put this video out, to bring people up to speed, especially after last week's video. Last week I spoke about ditching bags that you don't have huge conviction in, or just small bags that you kind of aped into on a whim. Cutting losers and consolidating into winners is exactly what everybody should be doing with their portfolio. And if you do want to check that video out, I will leave a link down below in the description. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up today's video. There are no huge surprises. It's probably the most boring that my portfolio has been in a while, but it is to protect myself, to survive, and hopefully once retail truly gets shaken out to a crazy degree, the market can continue moving up when institutions have really loaded up on them bags. And because I believe that the market is going to be so driven by governments and institutions, that's pretty much why I've got less greedy with my approach and copied the bags that they are aping into. Do let me know down below in the comments what bags you are currently holding. Let me know if you've had to cut any bags recently, if you've consolidated into any bigger winners. And like I said at the beginning, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content. In the meantime, please do trade safe, please do invest safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.